Season 2 for Modern Warfare 3 is about to go live on February 7th. With this update, there's going to be a brand new battle pass with lots of new weapons that will need to be leveled up. And there is an amazing method for that. I wanted to wait to release this video now, closer to Season 2, so that they didn't have time to patch it too quickly. This is a glitch, and it does give you an incredible amount of zombie spawns, and this is what we've been needing ever since they patched the exfil zombie spawns. Now, there will be some of you that are watching this that know about this method, but there's going to be a lot that don't, and shout out to Weaver and his friend. I believe they're the ones that found this. And also a massive shout out to Powreful. He's the one that messaged me about this, and I went in and tried it, and yeah, I love it. I'm hooked. So this is a spawn glitch that you can do with the Outlast contracts. You can do this in tier 1, 2, or 3, depending on your preference and location, but it does work with all of the Outlast contract locations, and my favorite location is right here in the theater. There's an underground area that looks like Kino, so yeah, we call this the Kino Theater. All you have to do is go collect an Outlast contract wherever you want, and then start it up, and then stay in the building and let that progression bar get to about 95%, and then cancel the contract. If you have other players in your team, make sure you guys are all canceling at the same time. Don't let it get past 95%. What's going to happen is, yeah, the contract is canceled and the progression bar is gone, but the zombie spawns don't stop. And now you don't have to deal with that annoying progression bar, trying to watch that and make sure it doesn't get too low or too high. The zombie spawns are acting like you still have this contract running. They are just flooding in. If you get the contract in the Kino area, this is a fantastic spot to stand. There's a bar to my left, and only a few zombies come from that area, but most of them will be coming from right in front of you, so it's really easy just to mow them down. If I ever see this contract in this location come up, I jump on it, and shout out to Powreful. He's the one that let me know about this great camping spot. If you go in to do this with the other locations, it's going to be pretty apparent where you need to stand. You'll be able to see that flow of zombies and where they're coming from, and you can find a nice camping spot. There's a couple of things you're going to want to know about this method. If you do this in a tier 2 area, normally you're going to have disciples and manglers coming at you like crazy, but once you cancel the contract, those special zombies go away, and it's just zombies and dogs. So it makes it nice if you're just trying to level up your weapon and rank up, but if you're trying to get certain camos and you need those special type of zombie kills, yeah, this will remove them. Another thing you don't want to do if you don't want these zombie spawns to stop is to leave the building and go far away. Like if you go like a block away and come back, these zombie spawns will most likely stop. I'm not 100% on the distance you need to go before they stop, but like I ran out of the building, just ran a couple of blocks, came back, and all the zombie spawns had stopped. Like there was nothing in the building anymore. Now we'll talk about the potential of this method. If you're leveling weapons, I was able to go 25 weapon levels, and that's starting with a brand new weapon from level 1 going all the way to 25. It seems like that's the most you can do if you're using this method. And in addition to using the Outlast spawn glitch, I also use the Dr. Jansen extraction story mode. So the method is you have to have a double XP token, and you want to level your weapon up about 13 to 14 levels here in the Outlast contract. It seems to be about the most you can do before that time starts to count down, and you need to go find that exfil chopper to head over to Dr. Jansen's story mission. When you go into a story mission, you can restart the leveling of your weapon, like that soft cap or that level cap that you get that slows that weapon progression down resets. So you get to start over. And a lot of people probably already know this, but I'm just showing you, like, after all patches, like what can you do, what works, and how do you deal with your tombstone if you're going into a story mission. And some people are not going to want to use this method, but I'm just showing you what is possible. You are able to keep your tombstone if you do this method, but there are some caveats to it, and I'll show you guys all that. So again, you'll get to about 13 to 14 levels here with the Outlast contract. Then you're going to head to Dr. Jansen and do about level 15 to 25 before you got to get out. The cool thing I like about the Dr. Jansen's story mission for leveling up weapons is that when you get in there, you can collect a bunch of circuits for the turret, and the turret will kill this massive horde of zombies that just keeps flooding in, and your weapon level just flies up like crazy. When you jump into the mission, there are 5 circuits that are always in the same spot, and every circuit is 2 minutes, so you can get a solid 10 minutes of this turret just ripping through zombies. There's one right here as you jump off the chopper, and then when you get to Dr. Jansen, there's going to be one across from this office that she's in. There's also one inside her office, and then there's one in like a shed building on the side. There could be two in the shed building. Sometimes there's some crates you can open that will give you one, but once her progression bar is to 100, her office is going to open and you can collect the one from inside. Then you have to escort her upstairs, and in this room right here, there's always going to be one on this desk. Then you just follow her up to the helipad, and I always wait for the helicopter to land because that's when the zombies really start flooding in, and then I put 4 circuit chips into the turret and it will run for 8 minutes. When you put the first 4 circuits in, you can go run around the map and look for more. I think we had gotten up to like 8 at one point, but yeah, it's going to be maybe 16 total minutes of this turret going off. And once it's done, you're going to need to get on the helipad and start shooting zombies if you want to max out your levels. What I like to do here is use the Juggernaut God mode glitch. I'm going to make a video about that next, but that is so helpful here. You just stand there, blast zombies, they can pile up around you. It's no big deal. You won't take any damage. This method is an after patch, and it's even better than the first method. Right here, I've maxed out the time I want to be in this mission before I need to go and save my tombstone, and I've gotten my weapon level up to 25, and that was starting from, again, level 1 back at the Outlast, coming here and getting it all the way to 25. Also, I'm being told that this works best if you're using a double XP weapon token. If global XP is running, it's not going to give you the same results. You're not going to be able to level up as far. Now let's talk about tombstone and how you can salvage some of your tombstone. If you had a previous tombstone that you picked up before you came into this mission, that is going to go away, and you basically have to set a new one from inside this mission. What happens is you come in and you make sure to have tombstone on you, and when you're done leveling up your weapons or your rank, you just find a place to get downed and fully bleed out. You do not get on the chopper and do any kind of dashboarding, obviously. You're resetting your tombstone at this point. What I do is I make sure and get away from the helipad and the helicopter that's going to exfil you. I go as far as like the fire department that's closer to the inside of the map, and then I get downed there. This may not be necessary, but I always make sure to have the self-revives unequipped. If you have any, just put them in your rucksack. Don't make them available to revive you. Also, doing the solo is probably the best way to do it. If there's other players in the game, it could interfere with you being able to save your tombstone. If they want to get downed with you, that could work, but if they try to exfil and you're getting downed, like, who knows, it could go wrong. Once you are downed, just let the screen go all the way red saying squad eliminated, and let it just cycle all the way back to the main menu. Don't touch any buttons. So this method is going to help and save your essence. Like if you have a ton of essence and you don't want to lose that, this will save it. Now you're probably not going to have a lot of stuff in your backpack that you want to keep duplicating, because you've probably come in and picked up your tombstone and you're using the items that are in it. And now you're in the Dr. Jansen story mission and you don't have really good stuff in there. So whatever you down with inside the story mission is what you're going to be getting for your tombstone whenever you go back into the main map. And when you go back, your tombstone will have moved to the Orlov Military Church Cemetery, which is hilarious. And I've already made a video about this, but we've had so many patches, I wanted to see if it still worked, and it does. So you can save your tombstone, and if you're crafty about it, you can save good items and definitely save all your money. So again, this was mostly just a recap of showing what still works and what's possible, and that the tombstone will save again if you're in the Dr. Jansen's story mission. But hope this helped you guys out, and we'll see you next video.